Good morning. Today I'm going to do a review of my tripod. I bought this tripod a little over a year ago. It is the Sirui W2204. I bought this on a recommendation from my local camera shop, Southeast Cameras. And I'm going to tell you what I love about this tripod and what I hate about this tripod. So come along and enjoy this adventure. Well, the first thing I want to cover is the basic statistics on this tripod. So this tripod is has a load capacity of 39.6 pounds. There is some serious discussion in the tripod world what that really means. To tell you the truth, my big 400mm lens and the body of my Canon 5D Mark III are very stable on top of this. I have no problems using this, so that just gives you an idea. The maximum work height of this tripod with the center column fully extended is 70.9 inches. The maximum height without the center column is 57.9. So the center column is 10 inches high. The minimum work height is 6.1 inches, which means this tripod gets really low to the ground. It does that. You have to carry extra parts with you to be able to do that, and I'm going to go over that a little bit later. And it weighs 3.7 pounds, which is really a lightweight for a tripod, and it folds down to 20.5 inches, which makes it a really good travel tripod. You can easily put this tripod in your carry-on luggage when you go on an airplane or anything like that. So those are the statistics about this tripod. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the negatives of this tripod. The biggest negative to the tripod is the center column, and it's not that the fact that the center column is a center column tripod. For this tripod to get all the way to get 6 inches off the ground, or 6.1 inches off the ground, this center column comes apart. So you unscrew this big screw in the bottom, and this pops off. You take the center column out, the big piece of center column, and you insert this small piece, and then you can fold the legs up to get to 6 inches off the ground, which in and of itself is not a bad setup. What the problem is that when you want this thing to be fully extended out and you have this screw in here and in the tripod, this screw, there's no way for you to grab onto this screw and really ratchet it down. So this connection right here is never really rock solid. So what's happened for me is I've broken two of these little pieces. The connection between the screw and the plastic piece that's inside this have broken on me 2 times. It just looks like they have 2 rivets that are riveted through the fiber carbon that hold the plastic base on it. So when I'm using this tripod, I do not have this screw, which unfortunately has the hook on the bottom that you can put a weight on it, and the center column, because there's no way to attach this piece to this center column unless you have this piece on top of it. For me, that is a big negative. And like I said, I've broken 2 of these, so now I don't even use this screw with this connector. I just use these 2 pieces separately. The one thing I really like about this company is I got 2 screws and foots for this, so I can literally have both of these set up at the same time. So that's my biggest complaint. The other complaint I have is this. These legs loosen up and they don't stay out, which is a real minor issue, but the center column to me is a big issue. But with that said, I'm very happy with this tripod. So when I use this, I keep the center column in my backpack, and I have this set up just like this when I'm normally using this camera, and I've had no problems doing that. So those are my 2 big complaints about this tripod. Now let me tell you what I really like about this tripod. So one of the things that I liked about it was the cost. This tripod cost on B&H's website, it was like $395, so $400 which is really good for a fiber carbon tripod that weighs this much and can hold this much weight. Something else I really like about it is its ability to change out the center column so that you can get this tripod low to the ground. I think this single issue here, like when I'm taking pictures of shorebirds, I really like to get low to the ground, and having a center column is a real negative. Being able to get 6 inches off the ground really helps when you're taking pictures of wading birds. You're really low to the ground, your tripod is stable, it's holding your camera out of the muck, and you can take pictures of it. The other thing I like about this thing is it's incredibly stable for a center column tripod. This is a stable platform to put your camera and your gear on. So that's something I really like about it. Another plus is it has a level on the tripod that's not some plastic cheap thing. It is a metal bracket that's holding the bubble in the thing here. So you can level the tripod separately from the ball head, which is something that's really good, especially when you're using a gimbal head, because the tripod is not level. That gimbal head will tend to spin around, and that's bad. I like the fact that it easily breaks down. This leg comes off. You can actually make it into a monopod. It is not a great monopod. I would not use this as an exclusive monopod, but if I was in a situation where I was stuck and I had to use a monopod, I would use this. Like I said, this thing breaks down to 20 inches so that you can easily pack this in a wheelie bag and take it onto an airplane without having to check luggage. The other thing I like about it is it has changeable feet. So it comes with these spike feet plus rubber feet, which I think is something that should be standard on any tripod. The spike feet I use most of the time, but there are situations where I like to have the rubber feet available, especially if I'm at somebody's house taking pictures on their deck. I don't want to use these spiky feet. If I'm indoors, I definitely don't want to use the spiky feet. If I'm taking pictures in a brook or stream where you have just a rock, or if you're out west in Montana somewhere or Arizona and it's just rocks, the spiky feet don't work well on rocks. That's why I like to have the option to change out to the rubber feet. The other thing I really like about it is its carbon fiber. So one of my biggest problems with aluminum tripods is the fact that when you grab onto them in the winter time, or if it's raining out, it just seems to suck the heat right out of your body. So being carbon fiber, it still gets cold, but it doesn't seem to like grab onto you. But that's what I like about this tripod. It's lightweight, it's stable, it folds up small, and it can easily go into a rolly bag, which I find incredible. It has the option to be a monopod, and to tell you the truth, I've never really used it as a monopod. I have a monopod when I want to use a monopod, but this thing is a really good tripod, and that's what I really like about the tripod. Well, for full disclosure, I bought this tripod, and when I bought this tripod, it came with this ball head. So the tripod and the ball head cost $500. Now on B&H website, just looked it up, this ball head is about $150. So basically I saved $50 by buying the kit together. The ball head, like the rest of the tripod, is very well made. It's made out of metal, there's very little plastic, there's some plastic on the knobs. There are 2 levels on this ball head, which I really like. I think that's important. One thing I can't say enough about this tripod is it seems to be very well made. One of my problems I've had with other tripods I bought mostly Manfrotto stuff, and it seems to be that, you know, you're getting a tripod for $200, $300, and it seems to be just made of junk. It seems to be all plastic, and it just doesn't seem to hold up very well. So spending $500 for a tripod is a lot of money, but I feel that this tripod is worth the money. It is my only tripod that I use for wildlife photography. It comes with me 90–95% of the time. It always works. I like the fact that I can pack it up and put it on a wheelie bag and bring it onto an airplane. It's easy to carry. I love the fact that the feet change. I think that's one of the things that I think all tripods should do. And the only negative I would say about it is the fact that the problem I have with that center column. So I'm hoping this video really helped you. I really had a tough time deciding to do this video because I just didn't have I can't really justify. I guess I'm confused. I really like the tripod, but I'm very pissed off about that center column problem. So I'm hoping you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon member. For a couple of dollars you can support us and we can keep doing this. My name is Leahy and I want to thank you for watching.